Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I thank the chairman for calling this hearing, and am very grateful to the witnesses for their attendance here. There's been two references to the fact that there's not a representative from EPA here, and I just would like to remind everyone that the other side of the aisle had an opportunity to bring in whatever witnesses they desired to. They chose to bring in somebody from CRS. Maybe that's because the last couple of times we had the Secretary of EPA here, every time I asked her a question, she said, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, but everything's based on science. Maybe that's why they chose not to have somebody from EPA here. At least we can get some answers from CRS. And so, Mr. Yacobucci, the rule in question here that was attempted to be implemented by EPA, just a yes or no, certified motor vehicles and motor vehicle engines and their emission control devices must remain in their certified configuration even if they are used solely for competition or if they become non-road vehicles or engines, period. Is that correct?
That is my understanding. I'd have to look at the text, but I'm pretty sure that is the text, yes.
Do you have any idea why EPA would have been so sneaky trying to implement this if it was so unimportant?
I won't comment on EPA's intent on this. From everything I have read in terms of their argument of the rationale is that, again, that this is just a continuation of a longstanding policy. The definition of motor vehicle in the Act refers to the design of the vehicle, not its intended use. If you want, I could pull the text of the definition.
I have the definition here.
But so EPA's argument is that it can police design, not the intent of the owner after the vehicle is designed and manufactured. SEMA and others obviously disagree with that interpretation, but EPA argues that it's consistent with...
But then again, that's no reason to try and sneak something through without advertising it, without disclosing it anywhere. I just think it's despicable the way the agency tried to push this through without anybody knowing about it, secretly, clandestinely. Mr. Kersting, you mentioned in your testimony that you believe the EPA violated the Administrative Procedures Act, obviously, and so do I. Why do you think they tried to do it?
You know, I'm really not certain. I think we were surprised and disappointed because we do work hard to collaborate and come up with the best approaches for regulating our industry. The matter of the California Air Resources Board certification program is a very extensive, detailed program to give parts manufacturers the opportunity to test and demonstrate parts as legal for street use, and those parts then carry designation as certified parts from there forward. That takes a lot of work and effort, and EPA knows that we're working hard to educate our industry. We get new companies coming into the industry all the time, and trying to help them as they move toward getting their parts in compliance. So I'm disappointed about it. I can't imagine really what the intentions were.
Well, that's what shocked me. I know the record that SEMA has for working with the agencies, trying to make things a win-win situation so that we don't have losers on either side, that we do it fairly, and I was stunned by it. Mr. Sheheen, do you see any unfairly discriminating issues with the way they have written this rule as to one group of people or another group of people, one level or another level?
Well, actually, I believe it could impact quite a few levels. Obviously, from the amateur level that we're talking about, where drivers who are not able to afford full-blown $1 million, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of race car parts. They just can't do that to go compete in NASCAR's top division or IndyCar racing. It would certainly wipe them out. But at the same point, there's a lot of manufacturers that would see a lot of problems with this. For example, Cadillac competes in the Pirelli World Challenge Series, which utilizes basically this very form of race car, a production vehicle. They pull a race car, what they intend, a production car, straight off the production line randomly and turn it into a race car, but basically using that production vehicle. This is something that many manufacturers such as General Motors and Ford and many others use to not just find out what their cars are capable of doing, how to make them work better, perform better, more efficiently, safer, but also they take engineers and put them with these teams and immerse them in these programs so that they learn. So that is knowledge that then gets transferred to what you and I drive on the street. So yes, we would be wiping out a complete amateur level all across the country, but also the major automotive manufacturers in this country would take a huge hit from this as well.
Thank you. My time has expired. I yield back.